The British royal family is surrounded by wealth, power, and global attention. But beneath the polished crowns and flawless public image lies a world few ever see. A world held together by rules, rituals, and traditions that are so strange, so unbelievable, that even palace insiders whisper about them behind closed doors. Some of these traditions are rooted in ancient superstition. Some are strange rules only the royals must follow. And some exist because the monarchy doesn't just live history, it protects it. Once you hear these, you'll never look at the royal family the same way again. Let's begin with a rule that has ruined more royal dinners than a bad chef. Number 1. When the monarch stops eating, everyone stops eating. Imagine sitting at a grand dining table, silver cutlery, crystal glasses, candles flickering in chandeliers overhead. A team of perfectly synchronized butlers quietly replaces your plate with the next course. Everything feels flawless, until you realize you must constantly watch the monarch's hands, not to admire jewelry, but to monitor when they stop cutting their food. Because the moment the monarch puts down their fork, every plate in the room must be put down. It doesn't matter if you're halfway through your favorite dish. It doesn't matter if you haven't even taken the first bite. Dinner ends when the monarch decides it ends. And if you think that's strange, wait until you learn that the monarch can't even celebrate their birthday like the rest of us. Number 2. The monarch has 2 birthdays. Yes, 2. A real one. And a public one. This bizarre tradition started with King George II, who had a birthday in November, prime rain season in London. So instead of having his celebration soaked, he simply invented a second birthday in June when the weather was nicer. Every monarch after him continued the tradition, including Queen Elizabeth, even though she was born in April. One birthday is personal, the other is for the crowd, the parade, and the cameras. But if you think the monarch can bend time, the next rule bends something even stranger: identity. Number 3. Royals must always travel with a black mourning outfit. Always. Every suitcase, every trip, every country. This rule exists because in 1952, Princess Elizabeth was visiting Kenya when she learned her father had died, and suddenly she became queen. But she had no black attire. Royal protocol forbids a monarch from appearing in public without mourning clothes after the death of a sovereign. She had to remain on the plane until an appropriate outfit was delivered. That incident birthed an unbreakable rule. Every royal travels with a black outfit, in case someone dies. But not all travel rules are about mourning. Some are about survival. Number 4. 2 heirs to the throne can't travel together. The future monarch and their next successor are never allowed on the same plane, car, or even boat. The reason is brutally simple. If something happens, the monarchy must continue. Prince William broke tradition only once, flying with Prince George when he was a baby. But that required direct permission from the Queen herself. Destiny must always be protected. But the next tradition, well, destiny isn't protected by humans, it's protected by birds. Number 5. A raven master protects the kingdom. At the Tower of London live at least 6 ravens, cared for, fed, and given names. Their wings are trimmed just enough to keep them from flying too far. The superstition is chilling. If the ravens ever leave, the crown will fall. The kingdom will crumble. This belief is so deeply rooted that Winston Churchill ordered additional ravens during World War II, after some died during bombing raids. The Raven Master, an actual paid job, cares for them daily. The tower may be guarded by armed men, but the crown is guarded by birds. And speaking of gifts, the next tradition gets even stranger. Number 6. Royals must accept every gift. Every single one. From foreign dignitaries, world leaders, children, or random strangers. They can't decline. The archives store thousands of unusual gifts, from gigantic sculptures to a pineapple grown in someone's backyard. But here's the twist. The gift isn't kept by the royal. It becomes property of the monarchy. Even their presents aren't really theirs. You might think the royal family is controlled only by etiquette, but the next rule shows just how tightly their lives are choreographed. Number 7. You walk behind the monarch, never beside. Position equals power. On balconies, in processions, and during events, their place in line is dictated by hierarchy. Standing too close without invitation can be read as a challenge, a breach of unspoken dominance. Every step, every placement, every inch of space signals rank. Even royal children learn this early. And speaking of children, number 8, royal children have no last names. The royal title is their identity. At school, they sometimes borrow a surname based on their family's title. Prince William and Prince Harry used the name Wales because their father was the Prince of Wales. But legally, they don't need last names. A title is enough. And while the world obsesses over their fashion and ceremonies, the next tradition is surprisingly about something they avoid. Number 9. No garlic allowed. At royal banquets, garlic is forbidden. Not because of allergies, not because of preference, because of breath. A monarch once hated the smell during conversations, especially diplomatic ones, and the rule stuck. That means no garlic in sauces, no garlic bread, no garlic anything. Imagine being a chef working with restrictions like no garlic, no messy food, no shellfish, nothing that could stain a royal outfit. But as odd as that rule is, the strangest one of all happens every Christmas. Number 10. Christmas isn't about gift giving, it's about joke gifts. No diamonds, no luxury, no expensive presents. Every Christmas Eve, the royal family gathers in Sandringham and exchanges joke gifts. Queen Elizabeth once received a shower cap that read, "Ain't life a backhurk?" Prince Harry once gave the Queen a novelty toilet seat. Even at Christmas, tradition takes precedence over glamour, over expectations, over everything. Because for the royal family, tradition isn't a choice. It's armor. These rules protect the crown. They create distance. They build mystique. The world sees royalty as power. But what keeps that power alive are strange rituals from another era, rules designed to preserve not just control, but the myth. Because in the House of Windsor, tradition isn't followed. Tradition rules. Consider subscribing to this channel if you want to get know more about royal families around the world.